my name is Steffi and I will be your tour guide for today. So, welcome to Taronga Zoo. So, Taronga is an Aboriginal word meaning beautiful view. Look at the view. So, nestled on the picturesque shores of Sydney Harbour, Taronga Zoo, Sydney is not just a zoo. It's a sanctuary, a conservation hub, a historical landmark, and an immersive journey through the wonders of the animal kingdom. It is where education, sustainability, and awe-inspiring wildlife encounter come together to create an unforgettable experience and memory for visitors of all ages. So, established in 1916, Taronga Zoo is one of Australia's oldest and most respected zoological institutions. Spanning over 28 hectares, the zoo houses more than 5,000 animals from 350 different species, and many of which are rare, threatened, or endangered. From the majestic lions of Africa to the elusive platypus of Australia rivers, and from the smallest tree frog to the mighty Asian elephant, the zoo brings the natural world closer in a setting that's both immersive and ethically designed. But Taronga Zoo is not just about viewing animals. It is a world leader in conservation, animal care, and environmental education. As a not-for-profit organization, all the revenue is invested into wildlife conservation projects, both in Australia and internationally. And their mission to secure a shared future for wildlife and peoples drives every aspect of their operation. Okay, so one of the most remarkable things about Taronga Zoo is its location. So, situated in Mosman, just a short ferry ride from Circular Quay, the zoo offers panoramic views of Sydney Harbour, including iconic sites like the Sydney Opera House and the Harbour Bridge. So, it is one of the few zoos in the world where you can take photos of a giraffe with the skyline of a global city as a backdrop. So, Taronga Zoo opened on October 7, 1916, following the relocation of animals from Moore Park Zoo, the original zoological site in Sydney, and its founding aimed to provide better living conditions for animals and an opportunity for public education on wildlife. And over the decades, the zoo has undergone massive transformations, from old-style cage to expansive and naturalistic habitats, reflecting evolving philosophy about animal welfare and conservation. And in lately 2 years, Taronga has continued to modernize the addition of areas like tiger track, the rainforest trail, and the cutting-edge amphibian and reptile conservation on center. And this thing reflects the zoo commitment to provide not only exceptional animal care but also highly educational and engaging experience for its visitors. So, Taronga Zoo Sydney is one of two zoos under the Taronga Conservation Society Australia, and the other being Taronga Western Plains Zoo in Dubbo, New South Wales. And together they conduct over 60 conservation and projects around the world, from protecting marine turtles and black rhinos to saving Australia endangered and native frogs, and working with communities in Southeast Asia on habitat protection. And the zoo is also home to the Taronga Institute of Science and Learning, an award-winning facility that supports research and education on biodiversity, climate change, and wildlife conservation. Scientists, educators, and veterinarians works collaboratively to tackle some of the most pressing environmental issues of our time. In line with its conservation mission, Taronga Zoo has a strong commitment to sustainability. The zoo has implemented solar panels, composting initiative, water saving strategies, and a strong zero waste goal. And their efforts aim to make the zoo a model of green tourism, educating visitors on how they can make a difference in their daily life. So, kangaroos, and wallabies in Taronga offers a walkthrough exhibit where you can get up close with kangaroos and wallabies. And these marsupials are known for their powerful hind legs and pouch for carrying young kangaroo. And the exhibit provides insight into their social structures and behavior. So let's go here. You can see the kangaroos. Over the years, Taronga Zoo has received numerous awards for its excellence in tourism, animal welfare, and sustainability, including first, New South Wales Tourism Gold Award, second one, Advanced Ecotourism Certification, the third one, Global Recognition for Animal Care and Enrichment National, and the fourth is Recommendation for Youth Conservation and Education. So, whether you are a family looking for an educational day out, an animal lover hoping to meet your favorite species up close, or a traveler capturing the perfect photos of kangaroos with the opera house in the distance, Taronga Zoo has always have something to offer, with activities like 1. Wild Ropes Adventure, 2. Behind the scenes animal, 3. Encounters Interactive, 4. Keeper Talks, 5. Sleepover at the zoo with Roar and Snore, and the 6th one is conservation, workshops, and photographic tours. So, we talk about Tasmanian devils. So, these carnivorous marsupials are known for their loud screeches and strong jaws, and Taronga participates in breeding programs to help combat the devil facial tumor disease, threatening their population in the wild. So this is the picture of the Tasmanian devils. Interactive experience and educational programs in Taronga Zoo. The first of all, there is Keeper Talks. So Taronga Zoo offers over 15 daily Keeper Talks where visitors can learn about animal behaviors, diets, and conservation efforts. And the talks provide an opportunity to ask questions and engage with the staff expertise. And Taronga Conservation Society Australia Animal Encounters for a more personal experience. And the second one, there is Taronga Animal Encounter, where visitors can meet and learn about specific animals under the guidance of keepers. And these encounters often require advance booking and may have age restriction. And the third one is Wild Ropes. It is an outdoor adventure course set above the zoo grounds, and Wild Ropes offers a unique perspective of the zoo and its surroundings. And the participants navigate rope bridge and zip line while enjoying views of the animals and Sydney Harbour. So let's talk about the Instagrammable spots in Taronga Zoo. The first of all is Giraffe Enclosure. It offers panoramic views of Sydney Harbour, making it a perfect backdrop for photos. The second one is Sky Safari Cable Car. It provides aerial views of the zoo and the city skyline. Third one is Elephant Trail. It features lush vegetation and opportunities to capture elephants in a naturalistic settings. And then there is Seal Show Arena. It combines action shots of seals with the scenic backdrop of the harbor. And then we have Seal Amphitheater. So you can photograph seals in mid-performance with the harbor as a backdrop. And then we have Rainforest Trail. You can snap pictures amidst lush vegetation and exotic animals. And then there's Elephant Exhibit, where you can take wide angle shots of elephants in their expansive habitat. And then there's the Entrance Plaza. You can document your visit with the iconic Taronga Zoo sign and harbor view. So let me tell you about a funny story from Taronga Zoo, Sydney. Now, one of the most unforgettable and funniest moment that ever happened here at Taronga Zoo, and yes, it made at the headline. So there is a great lion escape of 2022 in Taronga Zoo. So something wild literally happened here at Taronga. One early morning before the zoo opened, luckily, 5 lions, 1 adult and 4 cubs escaped from their enclosure. But don't worry, nobody was hurt. And all the lions were safely returned. So what happened was a section of their enclosure fence was found to be compromised. and these clever cats found their way out. The CCTV footage even showed that one of the cubs nonchalantly strolling just meters away from the main visitor walkway. And imagine the surprise of the keepers during their morning rounds when they spot the lions casually enjoying a stroll outside their habitat. As if they were on their own little zoo tour, so they basically just walking around. And then, thanks to emergency response protocols and some very brave zookeepers, the zoo went into total lockdown, and the situation was quickly controlled, and the lions were back in their enclosure within hours. So there is no animals and no humans were harmed. But what about the internet? Oh, it went viral and wild. And there's a lot of memes like Lion King Sydney edition and Taronga Zoo Jurassic Park moment. And the fence was later upgraded, and now it's one of the most secure and modern lion enclosures in Australia. And the visitors still love hearing the story, especially when they walk by the lion habitat and joke about "don't try again." As you can see, we're now at the pet farm area. And as you can see, if you look closely, there is a rabbit. And if we go here, there is a guinea pigs. So basically, guinea pigs really look like a hamster, but way bigger. And if you see, they are just eating grass. And look, and they have a few colors. There's a white one, there's a gray one, there is a little bit brown one. And here are we at the farm areas. And now we are on farm yard. So in farm yard, you can see a few animals. The first of all, I will show you alpacas. Here is it. Here is the place. Here is the farm yard section. And here are the alpacas. They are still eating. Sometimes people can see the difference between alpaca and llama. But this one, it is an alpaca. And then you can see that there is a goat. So goat is extremely intelligent, sociable, and very curious. And goats are fascinating animals. Look at this. Yeah, that's the goat. So, and there's some birds too. And in Taronga Zoo, you also have the playground like this. So it really made for family, for kids. And there's a lot of place to wash your hands. And now we on the way to Wombat Burrow. So now we are on the section with the sheep. Look at the sheep. So the sheep in Australia, it is actually farm, and sheep in here, as you can see, is very fat. And Taronga sheep are called Australian whites. So now we are on the way to Wombat Burrow. So now we have Spinifex hopping mouse. Look at this. So I will give you fun fact about Spinifex hopping mouse. So Spinifex hopping mouse have a night vision. So Spinifex hopping mice avoid the heat of the desert by sleeping in deep burrows during one day. Look at this. Now we on the Wombat's burrow. Here are the southern hairy-nosed wombat. Look. And you know what? Actually, wombat needs 16 hours sleep per day to keep their body temperature. Look. And if you think that wombat have a small body, no, you're wrong. This wombat have a very big, and they also always sleeping like a koala. Now I will show you guys emu bird. Look. The emu bird only have 2 legs, and you know what? Emu have a very small brain, so they can easily attack people. But this one looks very chill. Look. And usually emu have the color of the body is a brown one, and the head on the ear side they have a little bit color like blue. Let me show you guys. And they run so fast. They can run until up to 50 or 60 km per hour. So that's very fast for a bird. And as you guys can see, the facility in Taronga Zoo is very good. They have a lot of place to wash your hands. They have plenty of toilets, and also they have a few of restaurants. One of them is Saltwater Bistro, but the most famous restaurant is this one, the View Restaurant. It's not open yet, but it's popular because it have the view of Harbour Bridge and Opera House Sydney. So if you guys visit Taronga Zoo one day, you guys should try the View Restaurant. And that's all my explanation about Taronga Zoo Sydney. I hope you guys enjoy my tour guiding, and also I hope you guys enjoy this place as much as I enjoy this place. Thank you. Bye bye.